This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The following presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health. Well, good evening and welcome to Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. Tonight, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of the 2025-2026 high school basketball season with a non-conference girls matchup between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Hoquiam Grizzlies. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast is Jerry Apple.
It's great to be here, Diedrich.
Good to have you, Jerry. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
Daryl White will also be helping us out with some statistics tonight. Shelton is 7-1 on the season. The Highclimbers are coming off Tuesday's 49-35 win over Kingston. Hoquiam has a 5-3 overall record. The Grizzlies are coming off a 60-15 win over Franklin Pierce on Tuesday in the Adna Holiday Hoops Tournament. Shelton has a 4-game win streak over Hoquiam. Most recently, the most recent win was 48-22 on December 21st, 2024. The Grizzlies' last win over the Highclimbers was on December 30th, 2014 by a score of 59-23. Coming up, we talk with Highclimbers coach Chris Swanson. Jerry will get you the starting lineups, and of course the tip-off. It's non-conference girls basketball. The Hoquiam Grizzlies at the Shelton Highclimbers on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now that they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington State and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit, when it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Back in the mini dome. Now you can hear me better because I turned up the volume. That's very good. Well, let's see, during just about halftime of the JV game, which the JV girls played Napa Vine tonight, which is, there's no JV for Hoquiam, just so that you know. Anyways, I had a conversation with the Highclimber coach, Chris Swanson. Of course, I don't have this ready to go yet. Here we go. Coach Swanson, let's talk about your last game. Pretty good game for your girls against who they played last night? I can't even remember. Kingston. I personally, I thought you get a better showing out of Kingston than you got.
Yeah, I mean, they're a tough team. We have size, and that's one of those things that's hard to overcome when you don't have that across the board. But I think their girls get after it, caused us problems. We lost the turnover battle. I mean, if we don't get 60-plus rebounds, we probably don't win that game.
Let's talk about rebounds. Cedar Wiley we counted 23.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. I haven't gotten through all the books yet, but that sounds about right. It's probably a season high for her, but that's something she continues to do for us game in and game out. And her points have been up and down a little bit this year, but the rebounds are always there.
I want to talk about your daughter a little bit. Her defense is so much better this year than it was last.
Yeah, she's been focused on that. I think she prided herself on it last year, but just always a little step late sometimes. But she's really focused on trying to help her team in whatever way she can. And, this year that's kind of the thing for her. And so it's been fun to see her take that on and try to lead us up front there. That 1-2-2 kind of allows her to roam and get after people and do what we can do.
I also want to talk about Rosa a bit. Comes in off the bench. She's very deceptive in her footwork, but she does a good job.
Yeah, she's got a quick release. She gets fouled a lot because I think she gets the ball up quicker than the defenders expect her to. And, she gets a ton of rebounds for us. I'm excited for her to get more minutes as the season goes on. And then also, feel a little comfort knowing as we say goodbye to Cedar next year that we might have somebody stepping into that role for us.
Well, I noticed that you were running what I would call the Twin Towers when you have Cedar and Rosa on there on the court at the same time. Is that planned?
Yeah, I called them the big lineup. They didn't like that. So I guess we'll have to come up with a different terminology. Maybe Twin Towers is a good one.
Any reason to do that other than to offset what Cedar does?
I mean, honestly, they just work well together, and we've seen them do a lot of good things, and so getting them in the game together is kind of a natural thing for us. But, having different lineups where we can go bigger or smaller is going to be important as we get into league play.
Let's talk about league next week. We'll get into the league next week, but I want you to take a look and give us a Chris Swanson view of the Evergreen Conference.
Yeah, I mean, I talk to a lot of people that I think are sandbagging about their teams, but I think there's going to be a tough middle of the pack when you got Tumwater and Black Hills. I think Centralia's an improved team. Aberdeen's kind of finding their way. I think that they might struggle a little bit overall, but, WF West is the team to beat at the top, and, I'm hoping that we're closer to them than we are the middle of the pack. Yeah, so.
Now tonight, you got Hoquiam coming in. What do you know about these Grizzlies?
Well coached, young, really good scrappy team. They've had some tough games lately. They came out really strong against a really tough Adna team the other night, and they didn't hold it, but you can see the potential there.
Okay, Coach, everybody available for tonight?
Yeah, we have no swing players tonight with the JV game and some holiday stuff going on, but all 10 of our varsity squad will be here and ready to go.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that was Shelton coach Chris Swanson. Always nice talking to Chris. And, he talked about Centralia, and you know what? Honestly, I think Centralia is going to be the surprise team this year. Just what I have seen, what little I have seen, and what they've done to other teams, yeah. But that's, down the road.
I would agree with that, Diedrich, looking at the scores so far.
Oh, yeah. They were very impressive when I watched them play North Mason. I mean, they crushed the Bulldogs. They crushed the Bulldogs. Yeah. It was like 47-6 at halftime. It was just that bad. It was just, I couldn't watch the whole thing. That was how bad it was. And I feel bad for the
even though
Bulldogs.
North Mason was missing 2 players.
Yeah, at least.
But still, that's pretty dominant.
Yeah. Anyways, back to this game. We're going to take a quick timeout. Jerry's got the starting lineups for you. We'll get to that next here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back in a moment.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. we'd be honored to help.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th. And we're back here in the Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen and Jerry Apple. It's time for the starting lineups. Jerry, you have those for us.
Thank you, Diedrich. First, for the visiting Hoquiam Grizzlies under Coach Chad Allen. At one guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 1, Avery Broadhead. At the other guard, a 5'7" senior, number 2, Lexi LaBounty. At one forward, a 5'9" sophomore, a freshman, a sophomore, number 23, Aaliyah Kennedy. At the other forward, we have a 5'9", senior, number 42, Sydney Gordon. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Hoquiam Grizzlies, at post, a 5'10" freshman, Michaela Haskey. And now your starting lineup for the Shelton Highclimbers under Coach Chris Swanson. At one guard, number 11, a 5'7" sophomore, Olivia Swanson. At the other guard, a 5'3" sophomore, Ashley Borden. At one forward, a 5'8" senior, number 14, Ashley Herman-Hildo. At the other forward, a 5'8" sophomore, Janelle Kreis. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Highclimbers at the post position, a 5'11" senior, Cedar Wiley.
All right, thank you, Jerry. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with tip-off between Hoquiam and Shelton on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th. And we're back here waiting for the tip-off between the Hoquiam Lady Grizzlies and the Shelton Lady Highclimbers. Starting lineups being announced here. I was wrong about the young lady we thought was the 5'9" or 5'10" freshman. It's I said it was well, she's wearing 42, so that's not her. She just looks a lot bigger. That's Sydney Gordon. She's 5'9", so you can understand why I was slightly, because they didn't have the they had the warm-up jerseys on, right, Jerry? Couldn't
yeah,
really,
except for one player.
One player, yeah. And that was actually going to be Aaliyah Kennedy. Michaela Haskey is the 5'10 freshman we were talking about, number 34. The other two that are in the starting lineup, as Jerry mentioned, Avery Broadhead and Lexi LaBounty. Again, for the Highclimbers are being announced right now. Olivia Swanson, Ashley Borden, Ashley Herman-Hildo, Janelle Kreis, and Cedar Wiley. So it should be a pretty good battle with a couple of tall ladies down low for Cedar Wiley. She can't necessarily have her way with folks as she has in some of the past games. So the Highclimbers will be wearing the white jerseys, white unis, with the red letters and numbers and the red stripes. And the Lady Grizzlies will be in that, I guess it's more of a maroon jersey.
Yeah, both teams have had a pretty good season so far. Highclimbers are 6-1.
7-1.
Yeah, but what I've heard, Hoquiam is well coached, and they've played well. Pretty good record.
Yeah, and had some pretty decent opponents. So with that Adna team, which wow.
Yeah.
So it looks like Wiley and Kennedy will meet in center court to get this thing underway. Girls basketball tonight. So I have to apologize in advance. I'm running the camera as well, so Jerry has to pick up all the slack, right? Right. Jerry's not listening to me. Ball's up. Tip is won by the Grizzlies. And, ooh, they just got away with an over and back right away. Quick hands of Swanson. And this is LaBounty into the corner. 3 on the way and off, and a rebound pulled down by Borden. Comes Swanson with the ball. Olivia swings it across midcourt to Borden. Borden lobs it to the far sidelines to Kreis. She'll back out and set the offense for the Climbers. Here's Swanson swinging over to Borden. Borden tried to get a shot off. I don't know if it's a shot or he's trying to lob it down to Cedar Wiley. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Climber ball with 13 on the shot clock.
Nice play by Aaliyah Kennedy, a block.
So nearly in the corner, Swanson will trigger the play on the baseline, throws it up top to Kreis. Janelle with the ball to Borden at the elbow beyond 3. Down to Herman-Hildo. Ashley will lob it to the paint and over through the intended target. And there's a steal by Janelle Kreis. Gets the ball right back, swings it down to Wiley. Wiley up fakes once off the glass and in. Cedar Wiley puts the Highclimbers on the board first, 2-0. Here's Kennedy with the ball. Had it stolen again by the combination of Swanson and Kreis. Swanson with it, backs it out, resets. Here's Wiley at the top. Over to Borden. She'll take a 3 from the elbow. Hit it. Boy. Ashley Borden, I think, needs to do more of that. And here comes LaBounty in backcourt to Kennedy. Kennedy brings it up near mid to court, stops. Got 2 seconds to get across. She manages to get a cross bounce pass to LaBounty. Up top it goes to Broadhead. Swanson all over her defensively. Bounces it across to Haskey. Down it goes in the far corner. And there is, actually that's Kennedy with the ball, dribbles it over. Here is LaBounty for 3. At the clock going off, LaBounty hits a 3. It's a 5-3 ball game. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Here's Borden in backcourt. Throws it up to midcourt and Kreis. Janelle spins away from the defense. High dribble. Swing it over to Swanson and set the play. 3-point arc bounce back to Kreis. Kreis looks it over to Borden. Borden cross court, almost taken away. Swanson comes up with it down to the baseline. Here's Wiley, 1-on-1. Cross court it goes to Borden. Borden fakes the 3, drives inside the paint, puts it up, has hacked in, fouled. Ashley Borden to the free throw line. Foul will go on Avery Broadhead, her first whistle on the Grizzlies here in the first quarter. Puts Ashley Borden at the free throw line. First time tonight. Just short. Borden will get another one. Takes her time. Second one in. Give her 4 points, and it's a 6-3 ball game. Shelton on top. 5:44 to go first quarter. Here is Kennedy. The ball taken away by Borden this time. Borden skips it down to Swanson with a left hand up and in. And a full timeout called by the Grizzlies. 5:34 to go. 5-point lead for Shelton here early. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix. But vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse each time you vape. Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded, and the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good, and when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseyouwa.org. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
And we're back here. Go ahead, Jerry.
I like what Shelton is doing. They have created a couple turnovers already on that 1-2-2 press, and then they're dropping back if they don't steal the ball into a 1-2-2 press.
Yep, here they are. Yeah, here they are.
Zone.
Here's Kennedy getting across to Broadhead, down to, I'm sorry, that's LaBounty, and taken away by Olivia Swanson. Just talk about it. That's in the offensive camera. Oh, quickly up to Herman Hildo. Out it goes to Christ for three. That's off the back of the iron. Rebound tracked down by Borden. Borden will hook it to Wiley. Wiley draws a double team, hooks it into the paint to Herman Hildo. Ashley gets it to Ashley. Here's Borden, runner, hacked and fouled, no whistle. Rebound on that is going to be a jump ball. No whistle on that one. And in my opinion, you got to reward the player going to the hoop, don't you?
Yeah, and I thought that was a nice move on the part of Ashley Borden.
And now we have a discussion here about the jump ball. I think it should go to the Highclimbers, and they do give it to the Highclimbers on the jump ball. Because if you think about it, yeah, the Grizzlies won the tip-off, so they took the first possession, so that would be a Highclimber ball. All right, so baseline inbounds. Swanson will get it into Christ. To Borden, opposite side to Swanson, open for three. She takes her time. She'll take the three. She'll rim that one off. Christ taps the ball to herself, bumps bodies, kicks it out. Here's a three on the way again by Swanson. That's off the back of the iron. Herman Hildo with the rebound. Here's Borden. Borden finds Wiley. Wiley going to go one-on-one. Lay it up and in. Despite Sydney Gordon's defense, Wiley scores.
Nice assist.
Here is Kennedy in backcourt, trying to stay away from the trap at midcourt. Pulls up on her dribble, bounces it up, and finds Broadhead, and taken away by Christ. Janelle gets it up to Borden. Borden will get it to Herman Hildo between the circles. Now to Wiley, kick it over. Here's a three. Nope, no, there's not. There was Swanson faking the three. Gonna weave her way in, take a long two, and hit it. Olivia Swanson with 4 points, and it's a 9-point Climber lead, 12-3. 4 minutes to go here, first quarter. Here's Kennedy in backcourt for Hoquiam. Cross midcourt to Gordon. Down it goes to the freshman. She tried to challenge Wiley, missed the shot. Rebound goes to Christ, and Janelle's pushing it up the court. Going to leave it for Wiley, and there's going to be a turnover in the Climbers on a double dribble for Janelle Christ.
And that's only the second turnover for the Highclimbers compared to 6 for the Hoquiam Grizzlies.
3:46 to go, first quarter. 12-13, that is your scoreboard. And here's Broadhead in backcourt. Going to lob it to center of the court. And right at midcourt is Kennedy. She gets across midcourt. Skips to the three-point arc, cross-court pass, bounce it down. And there was a substitution, and this is Bettencourt, who tried to make a move and lost the handle on the ball. And a turnover on the Grizzlies. Sunny Cordova into the game now for the Highclimbers.
Yeah, replacing Ashley Herman Hildo.
And there's a quick whistle on that travel. I didn't see it. Cedar didn't think it was a good call. These referees must have gotten the note from their boss saying, got to watch the traveling calls tonight. Here's an inbounds. This is Broadhead working the far side with Kennedy. Kennedy draws a double team. Actually, that was not Kennedy. Now here is LaBounty, and she gets a traveling call on her.
Well, they're being consistent.
That's true. Betancourt.
The officials are.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jerry.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Scary, but I'm with you.
Okay.
It'll be baseline inbounds in the backcourt for the Highclimbers. Swanson will trigger the play. Full court press by the Grizzlies. Nope, not going to say sideline inbounds. Backcourt. 3:20 to go. First quarter, 12-3.
Biggest lead.
Here is Borden with the ball. Gets it across court. The three-point arc, and here's Cordova. Sonny will get it up to Kreis. Over to the opposite side. Swanson looking for Wiley. Screen at the top, should take a three. Short rebound, bounces out, and it'll be Grizzly ball. So far corner. Sideline inbounds. Kennedy will trigger the play, get it into Broadhead. Now to LaBounty. Almost had her pocket picked. Here's Broadhead, cross court it goes to Betancourt, and she loses the handle, and here comes Kreis for the Highclimbers. Hook it down to Wiley, off the glass and in.
Nice assist from her sister.
You don't think they've worked on that a few times over the years. 6 points for Cedar. We have a timeout by Hoquiam again. 14-3, that is our Citizens for Shelton Schools scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
9-point lead. I'm sorry, 11-point lead. 11-point lead for the Highclimbers. I'll get it right.
Highclimbers are shooting 60% from the field.
2:45 to go here, first quarter. 14-3 is our score. Hoquiam in back court. Kennedy has some trouble, finds the Betancourt. Cross court it goes to LaBounty. And a little bump foul by, I believe it's going to be on
Sonny.
I think it's Sonny? I think it might have been, nope, the Borden. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
Borden.
actually Borden. That 2 threw you off there, Jerry.
Okay, thank you.
Herman Hildo will
Thank you
check
for
back
correcting
in.
me.
Well, you got to wait till the guy with the stripes on holds up his fingers. Herman Hildo back in the ballgame for Shelton, replacing Swanson. Here is LaBounty into the corner. It goes to Broadhead, and another turnover. Here comes Janelle Kreis, center of the court. Down to Borden. Borden on the baseline. Double team. Kick it back out to Wiley, to Kreis. Up fakes, steps by the defense. Throws a three up there, missed it. Rebound pulled down by Gordon for Hoquiam. Here comes Broadhead. Up it goes to LaBounty. Back to Broadhead for three from the elbow. That's short. Rebound, long rebound taken by Janelle Kreis. Up to Herman Hildo. Ashley spreads the floor out, finds Kreis at the foul line, spins into the paint, puts it up short.
That was a beautiful move, though.
Yeah, too bad it didn't fall. Broadhead with the rebound. Here come the Grizzlies. Up it goes to LaBounty. Now between the circles to Broadhead, back to LaBounty. Looking for the corner, gets it into Kennedy on the corner. Looking for Gordon down low, up top to Broadhead. Almost had her pocket picked by Herman Hildo. And here's Kennedy, cross court it goes to LaBounty for three. In. It's 2 threes for Lexi. She accounts for all 6 of the Grizzlies' points. 14-6, 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. Kreis will get it to Herman Hildo, crossing midcourt. Lost the handle, and a turnover on the Highclimbers.
Four turnovers so far for the Highclimbers and 11 for the Grizzlies.
Let's see here. We got Bianca Simmons on the court for the first time tonight, and the dead ball. And Swanson returns for the Highclimbers. Here's a cross-court pass to LaBounty. Up top to Broadhead. One dribble back to LaBounty. Trying to get it down to Gordon, taken away by Cedar Wiley. Cedar bringing the ball up. Gets to Swanson. Swanson will go right back to Wiley. Wiley hops to the hoop, puts it up, missed the shot. Tap the ball out. Swanson comes up with a rebound. Finds Herman Hildo at the foul line. Out it goes to Simmons. Simmons' jumper goes in. Bianca with the first points. And it's a 10-point Highclimber lead. 10-6, or 16-6, excuse me. Here's Kennedy to Betancourt. She'll dribble right to the hoop. Throw it up short. Rebound goes to Wiley. And she'll hold on to the ball. One hands it to Cordova at midcourt, in the front court now. Tapped into the back court, out of bounds. It'll be Climber ball. Sonny Cordova will inbounds it from the end of the scorer's table. Well, right at the end of the score. I mean, literally at the end of the scorer's table. And there is Swanson. 16 on the first quarter clock. Swanson at her pocket, picked by LaBounty. LaBounty goes to the hoop, missed it too long. Rebound to Kennedy, up and in. Kennedy with her first basket, and that'll be the first quarter. Shelton 16, Hoquiam 8 after 1. We will take a quick timeout. We'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th. If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
We are back here waiting for the start of the second quarter. 16-8 is our first quarter score. Go ahead.
One of the things I like about the Highclimbers, after the press, the 1-2-2 press, and they're falling back into their zone, they're extending that zone. They're coming out a little bit, but I think it's okay, in their 1-2-2 zone.
Okay.
It's been effective so far. Obviously, it's created 12 turnovers.
So the Hoquiam Grizzlies will start the second quarter with the ball. They have Kennedy, Broadhead, LaBounty, Gordon, Haskey, who checked in a timeout between quarters. She has the ball now, looking for Gordon at the high post. Out it goes to Broadhead, and knocked out of bounds by, I believe it's going to go off of Sonny Cordova. It'll be a Hoquiam ball. It should be on the sideline, not the baseline. We're 13 seconds here into the second quarter. Kennedy will trigger the play from near the corner on the sideline. Get it in to Broadhead, back to Kennedy. Kennedy trying to go one-on-one, double teamed and then fouled. I think you get Simmons or Cordova on that one.
They had the right idea. They were just a little over-anxious.
I believe it went on 21 Bianca Simmons. It's her first team foul on the Highclimbers here in the quarter. The baseline inbounds this time for the Grizzlies. Kennedy trigger the play. Left of the backboard. Gordon in the corner. She'll bounce it into Broadhead. Nearly stolen there, but Kennedy comes up with that deflected pass. Turnaround jumper goes in for Aaliyah Kennedy. She has 4 points. 16-10 is our score here. 30 seconds gone. More than 30 seconds gone here in the second quarter. Here's Herman Hilda with it between the circles. Over to Cordova. Sonny. Down it goes. And this is Cedar Wiley out to Rosa, who's in there. And now to Swanson. Swanson drives in the paint. Runner, no. Cedar had the rebound, lost it, and then ties it up. That should be a jump ball. No whistle yet. Cedar's got a hand on it. Finally a jump ball. Cedar was like, come on, give me a whistle here.
And it'll go back over to
Hoquiam. No, it should be a Highclimber ball because the Grizzlies started the quarter with the ball. That possession arrow is not working. So it'll be Highclimber ball. Baseline inbounds right of the backboard. Swanson will get it into Kreis. To Herman Hildo up top. Now to Wiley, the foul line. She'll turn and she'll hit. Give her 8 points. And that's the lead for the Highclimbers.
She's 4 for 5 from the field. Cedar Wiley.
Here's Haskey to Gordon at the foul line. Stolen away by Kreis. Kreis gonna go alone to the hoop. Lay it off the glass and in. That's Janelle's first points. That surprises me.
You are correct.
That surprises me. Comes nearly 6:30 mark, and here is LeBounty. Over it goes to the freshman Haskey. She missed the three, which was a long two. Wiley with the rebound, and here comes Swanson down to Rosa. Rosa up and in. Rosa Leclerc Hernandez. It's just so much easier to call her Rosa. Here comes Broadhead, short of midcourt. Stops on the dribble, guarded by Swanson. Gets it across to Kennedy. Kennedy to the foul line. Bounces over the corner. Here's a three by LeBounty. Goes in. 3-3 for Alexi LeBounty.
And she's 3 for 3 from the field on those threes.
She's 9 points. Here's Janelle Kreis crossing midcourt. Over to Swanson, left alone. Can she answer for three? She does.
She returns the favor.
7 points for Olivia, and it's 25 to 13. And that's a 12-point lead for the Highclimbers. That's their largest of the night. Here is Haskey. Double team, bounce it over to Broadhead. Broadhead cross court, not taken away by Kreis. Out of the air. Janelle at the top of the key. She's going to go right down the side of the paint up. And no, they're going to say no basket as it was an offensive foul on Janelle Kreis. Wow.
Interesting call.
That's too bad for a good move.
It was a beautiful move.
Really strong. She took on 3 defenders. Got to say, you got to reward the offensive player a little bit more, in my opinion. But
well, the defensive girl was steadied still.
Well, there were 3 of them there, Jerry.
I know, yeah.
Here's Broadhead. Tried to get a pass over to Haskey, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, you're correct.
Well, it's all right, Jerry. They had good position.
Yeah.
But Janelle had a great move to split the dough.
She sure did, yeah.
She did. Okay. So sideline inbounds. Kennedy gets it in to Broadhead. Cross court to LeBounty. And she threw it right into the hands of Cedar Wiley. I don't know if that was deflected or not. Didn't see it. Here's Janelle Kreis for 3. 5 points for Janelle in the quarter. And it's 28-13 lead for the Highclimbers. Quick timeout. We'll be right back.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
We're back here. 15-point lead. Is that right, Jerry? Am I doing the math right? 15-point lead for the Highclimbers, 28-13.
And Janelle Kreis is heating up.
Yeah, the Highclimbers' largest lead of the night here after the quick timeout. And tonight's broadcast is just a small, or tonight's game actually is just a small sample of what school levies help support. Keep paying it forward by voting for kids on February 10th. Here's Broadhead having all kinds of trouble at midcourt and gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy crosses midcourt, gets the three-point arc, and gets it back to Broadhead. Over it goes to LeBounty. And gets around Swanson. Throws the ball right to Herman Hildo off the deflection. Now Cedar Wiley with it. Back to Herman Hildo. Over to Swanson. Another 3 on the way and off. Rebound goes to Rosa. Rosa will dribble out and reset for the Highclimbers. Over to Wiley. A bobble to pass out of bounds. 4:05 to go here in the first or second quarter.
Yeah. 6 turnover on the Highclimbers.
28-13 is their score. Shelton with the lead. Hoquiam with the ball. Here is Broadhead crossing midcourt to Kennedy. Kennedy, top of the key, going to go right to the foul line and take a jumper off the glass, and she'll hit it. 6 points for Aaliyah.
And she's 3 for 3 from the field.
Here comes Cedar Wiley running the ball up the court. Nobody stopping ball. She'll stop just inside the three-point arc, launch a shot, miss it. Rebound goes to Kreis. Kreis up fakes one, splits by the defenders up and in. Janelle with 7 points in the quarter, and the lead is back to 15. 30-15. 3.5 minutes to go here, second quarter. Another steal by Kreis. Kreis has got a 1-on-2, fakes the pass, goes by the defense. Oh, just a little too hard on that shot. Rebound goes to Kennedy. Gets the ball back from Broadhead. Kennedy kind of pushing off there, dribbles right in, and they're going to get a blocking foul on the Highclimbers. That went on Olivia Swanson, her first. Third-team foul on the Highclimbers here in the second quarter.
Not very many fouls called so far. Only one team has gone to the foul line.
So 3 off the Hoquiam bench. You've got Kruger, Betancourt, and 21 is Kruger. Number 40, that's what I'm looking for. That's Madison Gordon. She had the ball for a moment. Here's Betancourt to Gordon. Now to LaBounty. And a quick pass over to Kennedy. Gets a screen. He's going to take it. Had the ball stripped from her arms. The ball rolls over and is picked up by Gordon. It's Madison Gordon. Gets it to Betancourt. Down it goes to Kennedy. Nice spin move. Puts it up short, and a shot clock violation on, or do we have a foul? I think we have a foul just at the shot clock expired. I believe they're going to get Janelle Kreis for the foul.
So they got that foul in just before the
correction. That's on Rosa Leclerc Hernandez. Her first. 14 foul does send Kennedy to the free throw line. Missed the first one. Bianca Simmons in to the ball game again for the Highclimbers. Olivia Swanson will get a rest. So it's Wiley, Rosa, Janelle, Herman Hildo, and Bianca as Kennedy hit the second free throw. Give her 7 points.
Yeah, that was the first foul shot attempts by the Grizzlies.
Cedar Wiley running point again to top of the key on the dribble. Finds Herman Hildo. Gives it to Kreis in the paint. They say a push in the back on. It was on the Grizzlies. Went on LaBounty, her first team foul on the Grizzlies in the second quarter. Baseline inbounds. Bouncing into a wide open Wiley. Wiley bobbled to pass and it steps to the hoop, however, puts it up in, foul. Cedar Wiley with the basket and going to the free throw line. Makes it 32-16. That's 16-point lead now. Wiley can increase it even more here on the free throw. Just 10 points. Missed the free throw. Rebound knocked to the baseline. It's going to be topped out of bounds by Gordon. And it'll be Highclimber ball. 2:21 to go in the first half.
18th turnover for the Grizzlies.
Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Herman Hildo. Right of the backboard finds Wiley. Wiley off the glass. Puts up short. Rebound tap to Wiley. Wiley one dribble. Looking for somebody to pass it to. And she'll throw it into the hands of LaBounty. Wiley all over LaBounty in backcourt. Gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy up to Betancourt to the paint. Loses the handle. Gordon comes up with it and tie it up. That will go over to stay actually with the Grizzlies. Broadhead and Sydney Gordon return for the Grizzlies. Madison Gordon and Lexi LaBounty will sit down for Hoquiam. Baseline inbounds. Kennedy gets it in. 3 on the way by Broadhead. That's short. Rebound Kennedy. Double team, get it back to Broadhead. Up top it goes to Betancourt. Now over it goes to Broadhead. Back to Betancourt on the handoff. Now to Kennedy, open for 3. She'll take it. She'll hit it. Aaliyah Kennedy with her first 3 in the ball game.
Yeah, and she's 4 for 4 from the field.
Here comes Janelle Kreis. Over to Ashley Borden back in the ball game. Here's Kreis up top again. A couple of dribbles. And a 30-second timeout called by Coach Swanson. No, sorry, folks.
I believe that's the first timeout for the Highclimbers.
I believe you're right, Jared.
And I think Hoquiam has just 1 timeout so far.
Maybe it's 2.
2?
Yeah.
You got 2?
Maybe 3.
Okay.
Okay. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and 3-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Our last broadcast netted $36. We'll let you know what this game brings.
Has that been about average?
Thereabouts, yeah.
Yeah, good.
And we encourage everybody to help participate, match or beat our donation every
We
game.
do appreciate that.
Yeah, and sort of those who need the help. Minute and a half to go here in the half. Christ with the ball on the inbounds from Borden. Janelle gets a screen from her sister. She'll go off the screen with a 3, just miss it. Wiley with the rebound and the putback. Wow. 12 points for Cedar, and it's 34-19. Here's Broadhead skipping with the ball at the top. Near side elbow. Oh, down it goes to Gordon. Gordon backs down. Rosa missed a shot. Rebound Wiley. Thought about going long with the pass and then brings it up herself. Nobody on Wiley at the top of the key. Near side to Borden. To Christ at the foul line. Chanel over to Cedar. Eyes the hoop. Dribbles to the top. Finds Simmons. Simmons' shot rejected. Recovered by Kroger. Kroger will get it up, or get it back, actually, from LaBounty. Now here's Kennedy at the top. Stops for 3. Misses. Rebound goes to Simmons. She's just bumped and fouled on that rebound. And that'll be a foul on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's the first shot that Kennedy has missed in this game.
Bethany Betancourt, first personal foul. 30 seconds to go here in the first half. 34-19 is their score. Janelle Christ with the ball at the top of the key. She's going to hold here. Bounce it down to Rosa off her hands out of bounds. Rosa wasn't quite expecting that pass so quickly, I don't think.
Yeah.
18 and a half seconds remain. 34-19 is our score. Shelton on top. Hoquiam with the ball in the back court. Here's a full court press. And Kennedy will bring the ball up. Across the midcourt. Janelle all over her. Over to Betancourt. Now to LaBounty. I'm sorry, Broadhead. And Broadhead. And there's Kennedy at the buzzer, way off. And we're through one half. Shelton 34. Hoquiam 19. We will take a quick timeout, come back with some statistics from the first half in this ball game with the Shelton Lady Highclimbers on top. We'll be back.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Hi, I'm Ty Ramos, Academy Coach at Shelton High School. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs, activities, and internships that keeps kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. I also know how important safe, supported schools are for our kids and families. Supporting our schools supports our kids. Thank you.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
Vape companies have a history of targeting teens. Now that they've been caught red-handed marketing to minors in Washington state and forced to pay millions in a major lawsuit, when it comes to your health, choose what matters. Choose you. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
This time of year, we get some of our coldest temperatures, and unfortunately, that also means some of our highest electric bills. Beauty 3 is here to help with bill assistance programs and tips on saving energy. The colder it is outside, the harder your system works to warm your home. Keep the warm air inside by sealing air leaks with caulking or weather stripping and covering windows with heavy curtains. Get more energy-saving ideas at pud3.org/tips.
This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Halftime here in the Mini Dome. Shelton 34-19 for Hoquiam. The Highclimbers did it behind the 12 points from Cedar Wiley. Let's see here. We have 7 points for Janelle Kreis. 7 points for Olivia Swanson. 2 for Rosa Leclerc Hernandez. 2 for Bianca Simmons. And 4 for Ashley Borden. For the Grizzlies, their leading scorer was Aaliyah Kennedy. She had 10 points in the first half, and Lexi LaBounty has 9. She had 3 3-pointers in the first half, did the Grizzlies' Lexi LaBounty. We have some more statistics here coming up shortly. Again, the halftime score, Shelton 34, Hoquiam 19. We'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
What is fiber internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you it's just internet. Internet that can do whatever you need. Crystal clear video chats with the family, smooth streaming of your favorite shows, uploading a ton of vacation photos in an instant. Even all of the above, all at once. Switch to fiber internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months of gig speed service. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
We are taking our best shot to end hunger in our community. This basketball season, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC and Hood Canal Communications, are partnering to raise funds to help families keep their pantries stocked. For every free throw and three-pointer made during this game, Mason Web TV and Hood Canal Communications will donate funds to an area food bank. Those funds will then be leveraged into bulk purchases at wholesale prices for more nutritious, high-demand items. So join us as we shoot to end hunger by donating to one of the following food banks.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
When it comes to real estate, experience matters. For over 40 years, the Conklin team at Windermere has been helping Mason County buy and sell homes with care, dedication, and local expertise. We are Jeff, Andy, Shelby, Chrissy, and Laura, your neighbors, climber sponsors, and friends. Thinking about selling or curious what your home is worth, or maybe you're ready to find the perfect spot to call your own. Simply scan the QR code and drop us a line. We'd love the chance to connect and help make your next chapter a great one.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Halftime here in the Mini Dome. Shelton 34, Hoquiam 19. Some more statistics from the first half. Jerry, go ahead.
Thank you, Diedrich. Nice job in the play-by-play. Okay. Hoquiam had 18 turnovers compared to 8 for Shelton. The Grizzlies were shot fairly well. They were 7 for 16 from the field for 44%. What's interesting is they were 4 for 8 from three-point land. Okay, the Highclimbers were 15 for 30 from the field, 12 for 20 from inside the arc, and 3 for 10 in three-point land. So they were 50% compared to 44% for the Grizzlies. The Highclimbers had 8 turnovers, like I said, compared to 18 for Hoquiam. Daryl gave me some statistics. The Highclimbers had 14 rebounds compared to 7 for Hoquiam. The Highclimbers had 12 assists compared to 5 for Hoquiam. And here's an interesting one. The Highclimbers had 13 steals compared to 1 for the Grizzlies. The other thing is Janelle Price. Wow,
Yeah,
she had a lot of steals.
7, I count 7.
I think
here.
you're correct.
No, I'm looking at the wrong one here.
And she,
no, I'm right. That's 7. Yeah.
She had. You are correct. She had 7. That is correct.
Yeah, that's
so,
a lot.
Yeah, and the foul shooting. Well, like I said, there wasn't that many fouls called, and for Hoquiam, they were 1 for 2, and Shelton was 1 for 3. The other thing, Cedar Wiley was 6 for 9 from inside the arc. 6 for 9, 66%. Some had some good, easy inside shots, but still, that's good.
Yeah, she also had 5 rebounds. Cedar did.
Yeah, and Cedar was a leading rebounder. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're ready to go.
Yeah, we're just a few seconds away from the start of the third quarter. Actually, the teams are already out there, so let's stay right here and put our scoreboard back up. Highclimbers will start out with the ball. They have Cordova, Wiley, Kreis, Swanson, Herman. That's Kelsey Herman will start the second half for the Shelton Highclimbers. Starters look like they're out there for the Grizzlies. 34-19 is our Citizens for Shelton Schools scoreboard right now. Starting third quarter, here's Herman. Herman gets it to Cordova at high post and tied up, and that'll be Hoquiam ball. It's kind of hard to keep possession when you throw the ball to a player who has 3 players around her in the opposing team. Just want to say.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's kind of tough.
You can do all the pivoting you want, but
yeah, that's still tough. Here is Haskage, and here's Janelle Kreis with a steal. Boy, here's Janelle on the run, goes one-on-one, puts it off the glass and in. No whistle at all on that play, and she's 9 points. Does Janelle. Makes it 36-19. 17-point lead. That is the largest of the night for the Highclimbers. Here's Broadhead with the ball. Over to LaBounty. Now into the corner to Kennedy. Down it goes to Gordon. Gordon double team. She's going to get Sonny Cordova with a foul, I believe. That'll be her first. Reached in just a little too much there, Sonny.
Yeah.
She knows it. She's kind of going,
yeah, she kind of covered her eyes there a little bit.
Inbounds to the corner. Here's a 3 by LaBounty off. And Wiley comes up with the ball. Had to throw it out as she was falling to the floor. It's taken away by LaBounty. Over it goes to Haskey. Looking for Gordon. Bounce it over to Kennedy. Kennedy draws a double team, throws a ball. Somehow it ping-pongs down to Broadhead. And then tied up by Swanson. Jump ball called, and that'll be Highclimber ball.
So turnover will go to the Grizzlies.
6:50 to go, third quarter. 36-19 is our score. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Here comes Swanson crossing midcourt. Swinging over near side to Janelle Kreis. Back up top, and down it goes to Wiley. Kick it out to Swanson. 3 on the way. Oh, just off. Rebound goes to to Broadhead. Broadhead almost had her pocket picked there by Wiley. Another jump ball called, and that stays with the Grizzlies. Heads up play by the Highclimbers under the hoop. Here comes Kennedy. Fakes the pass, keeps her dribbles, and then she'll hand it off to Broadhead. Avery cross court, it goes to LaBounty. Lexi bobbled the pass, and it's stolen away by Christ. Wiley has it now. Back to Janelle. Three-point arc, keeps her dribbles, spinning, stopping. Finds Herman. Herman for three, that's off. Rebound goes to Herman. Herman, and then finally Wiley tracks down out to Swanson. Swanson fakes the three, drives baseline, stops, pops, misses. Rebound goes to Haskey. Now to Broadhead, over to Kennedy. Kennedy bounces it back to Broadhead. Broadhead throws it over to LaBounty. Now to Broadhead, high post feed to Kennedy, backdoor cutter, taking steps to the hoop and up and in is LaBounty. 11 points for Lexi. And it's 36-21. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Swanson with the ball at the top of the key. Bobbled it. Finds Christ now between the circles. Janelle fins off the defense from Broadhead. Now Swanson over to Herman. Herman down to Cordova, taken away by, well, that's Kennedy. Kennedy, a long pass up to LaBounty, now to Kennedy. Kennedy got away with a walk there. Back to LaBounty. Kennedy again. Highclimbers are all over this ball, wherever it is. Janelle Christ, double team now. Ball somehow gets to LaBounty for three. That's off. Rebound goes to Gordon. Gordon is fouled from behind by Cedar Wiley. That's Cedar's first. My count is right. And
you are correct.
And it is. And it is. I just wait for the official. That does send Sydney Gordon to the free throw line. She missed the first one. She get another one. Herman Hildo and Borden come back in for the Highclimbers. Cordova and Herman will sit down. So it's both the Ashleys, Cedar and Janelle, along with Olivia Swanson. Second free throw by Gordon is off. Wiley with a rebound with a lot of authority that time. She'll bring it up. Cut off by LaBounty. Now to Herman Hildo. Over to the far side to Christ. Over it goes to Borden. Borden fakes the three. Tried to get a pass down. It's poked away and taken by Broadhead. And then there's going to be a foul by Christ. Be 2 on Janelle, 3 on the team in the quarter. So here comes Broadhead, met by Swanson at midcourt. Bounce it over to LaBounty, way outside. Try to dribble in, try to get a two-woman game going there, and she threw the ball away right into the hands of Herman Hildo. Cedar will get it up to Swanson. Swanson crossing midcourt on the dribble. Stops. High post feed to Wiley, over to Herman Hildo in the corner. Far side, up top to Christ. Christ for three. Yep. It's only her second three in the ball game. She does
nice assist
again. Does have 12 points. 39-21. 18-point Highclimber lead, their largest of the night. Here is Haskey, tied up by Swanson. That's right. Up 18. There we go. Boy, my math is a little off tonight for some reason, Jerry. Swanson will get it over to Christ. High post feed goes to Herman Hildo down to Wiley. Wiley draws a crowd, and then a jump ball called. And that'll go over to Hoquiam. Bethany Bettencourt will step onto the court for the Grizzlies. She'll get the inbounds pass. Almost lost it into the crowd here. And here comes Broadhead. Nobody stopping ball. Broadhead lost the ball, and Wiley comes up with it. She has a 3-on-1. She'll stop at the foul line. Find Herman. That's not Herman Hill. That was Chanel Christ up and in.
Nice assist from Cedar Wiley.
And it's a 20-point Climber lead, 41-21. Here's Bettencourt. Bounds it over to Kennedy. Kennedy to Bettencourt again for three there. No, rebound goes to LaBounty. She'll dribble around and reset the play. It's 15 on the shot clock. It did not hit rim. Here's LaBounty, guarded by Christ. And there's going to be a timeout called by the Grizzlies. 2:52 to go here, third quarter. We'll be right back.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
And we're back here. 20-point lead for the Shelton Highclimbers, 41-21. Go ahead, Jerry.
And the Highclimbers now have their biggest lead of 20 points, 41-21.
Now, Hoquiam's using a lot of timeouts here.
I have for Hoquiam 3.
3 used?
And I only have one so far for
one
the
used
Highclimbers.
by the Highclimbers. Well, the Grizzlies will have, they gave 23. They put 23 on the shot clock. I don't think that's accurate. I don't think it hit the rim. Should be 8, but they said 23. I don't get that. So sideline inbounds. Kennedy looking for somebody to throw it to. She'll cross-court it almost to Betancourt. And hook it back to Kennedy to the foul line. Out it goes to Broadhead. She'll step and take a 3. It's partially blocked, but goes in. Avery with her first basket. And makes it 41-24. Here's Olivia Swanson with the ball. To Janelle Kreis in the front court. Now over to Borden. Ashley. To Kreis, over to Swanson. Trying to get Rosa involved, who checked into timeout. Here is a 3 by Kreis. It's off. Rebound tracked down by Swanson with a high dribble. Open for a short jumper on the baseline. Rosa with a rebound. The putback, no. Gordon will pull that rebound down. 2:14 to go and counting. Here's a pass up the sidelines. It's somehow tipped and goes right to LaBounty. Here's a 3 at the top by Kennedy. It goes in. That's her second 3. She gets her 13 points. And it's 41-27. Under 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. And another turnover. Nope, actually, Herman Hilda will keep it. And a full timeout call by Chris Swanson of the Highclimbers. 1:51 to go. Third quarter, 41-27. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
41-27 is her score here.
I'm impressed with Aaliyah Kennedy for Hoquiam. She's 5 for 8 from the field. Also, the Grizzlies are on a little 6-0 run.
Highclimbers have the ball in their front court with 20 on the shot clock. 1:51 to go, third quarter. 41-27 is our score. Olivia Swanson will get it in to Ashley Borden and get the ball back from the sidelines. Up top it goes to Kreis, stolen by LaBounty. I'm sorry, this is not LaBounty, it's Broadhead. Broadhead to the hoop, put it up short. Recovered by, or actually rebound by Swanson up to Wiley. Wiley to Rosa. Now out to Borden. Borden up top to Swanson. Cedar Wiley was wide open on the baseline, jumping up and down, and nobody saw her. Here's Cedar with a nice move on the outside, changing directions, hits the jumper. Did you see her there, Jerry? Hands up.
Yeah,
Here I am.
I did.
Wow. 43-27. 1:15 to go here, third quarter. Here's Betancourt with the ball to Broadhead up top to set the play. High post feed to Kennedy. Out it goes to LaBounty for 3. No. Rebound Gordon for Hoquiam. Out it goes to Broadhead for 3. That one's short. And the rebound goes to Janelle Kreis. Kreis will get it up to Borden. Ashley had it poked away by Kennedy. Out of bounds. It'll be Highclimber ball under the basket. Ashley Herman Hilda will come in for the Highclimbers. Replace Cedar Wiley. Will get a rest. Nope, yeah. She's actually going to replace Olivia Swanson. Sorry.
Yeah, Cedar is 7 for 10 from the field.
Baseline inbounds, right of the backboard. Ashley Herman Hilda will inbounds the ball. Get it into Janelle Kreis. She'll turn. She'll shoot three. Missed it. Wiley with the rebound. Mugged underneath there by Bettencourt. That'll be 2 on Bethany. First on Hoquiam in the quarter. 47.9 seconds to go, third quarter. 43-27 is our score. Shelton with the lead. And the Highclimbers Cedar Wiley at the free throw line. Got her first one. She'll get another one. She's 1 for 2. Right, Jerry?
That's correct.
Okay.
You got it.
Just making sure I'm on the right path. Second free throw by Wiley goes in.
2 for 3.
2 for 3. Gives
3
her
for 4 from the for the team.
Okay. That gives her 16 points on the night. 40 seconds to go here, third quarter. Here's Broadhead with the ball. To Gordon in the corner, finds Broadhead. Broadhead out, it goes to a Levante with a jumper. No, rebound. Gordon up. No, rebound goes to Kennedy this time. Spins around and bounces it, taken away by Janelle Kreis. Janelle looks behind her, lays it off the glass softly, a little too hard, actually, and the rebound goes to Herman Hildo, whose turnaround doesn't go in, but she's fouled, and Ashley Herman Hildo go to the free throw line. Be the second team foul on Hoquiam. And it'll go on, goes Avery Broadhead, her second. Herman Hildo at the free throw line for the first of 2. Ooh, bank isn't open late for Ashley. But they thought they'd let her in, and it went out. Never mind. She missed the first one. That's the story there. She'll get another one. 17 seconds remain here, third quarter. Got the second one.
And that's her first points in the ball game?
Her first point, Jerry.
Or first point.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, here is inbounds and another steal. Borden, give the credit for that one. Hooks it in the middle. Unfortunately, Borden hooked it the wrong jersey. And the ball's still free, and Kennedy comes away with it somehow in that pass. Up it goes to Bettencourt. Over and through, a pass down to the referee. Out of bounds with 1.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 46-27 is their score. Highclimbers have the ball. Herman Hildo will inbounds it with 1.4 seconds remaining. She'll throw it to Wiley. Wiley catch and throw a one-handed shot. And we're through 3 quarters. Shelton 46. Hoquiam 27. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th. If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
Waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. Shelton 46, Hoquiam 27. Jerry, have something to say there?
Yeah,
I'm
just say that the Grizzlies have 27 turnovers compared to 15 for Shelton. And Cedar Wiley, wow, her 7 for 10 from the field. I'm not going to count that last one. I think the buzzer went.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah, it was close enough. I don't know if you can call a baseball pass up the court towards the I don't know if I Okay, the Highclimbers look out with the ball with Swanson, Borden, Herman Hildo, Rosa, and Simmons. And Borden will try to get it down to Rosa. It's picked out by Kennedy. And here comes Broadhead. Up it goes to LaBounty. And high post feed is contested, and there's a fight for it, and there's a jump ball called. Somehow there's a jump ball called as Borden does a little tumble, and Kennedy was on her back. And it'll be Hoquiam ball after all that. So it stays with the Grizzlies, 16 on the shot clock. It'll be baseline inbounds for Hoquiam. Kennedy will trigger the play right of the backboard. She's got Levante in one corner and Broadhead in the others. Levante for 3. Yep. Lexi has 4 threes and 14 points. Here's Borden spinning away from the defensive three-point arc. Try to get a pass down to Bianca Simmons. It's knocked out of bounds by Kennedy. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. 20 on the shot clock. 21, actually. It'll be a baseline inbounds. Right in the corner. Olivia Swanson will trigger the play.
Yeah, Lexi LeBounty's 4 for 6 from three-point land.
Inbounds goes to Bianca Simmons. Out it goes to Herman Hildo. Over goes to Borden. Borden will get it down to Rosa, and Kennedy comes up with that ball. And here's Broadhead. 46-30 is our score. And here is Labonte with the ball on the far sidelines for Hoquiam. To Broadhead, guarded by Rosa. It's a mismatch if I ever saw one. And quickly into try to get it into Kennedy, taken away by Swanson. And here is Bianca Simmons with the ball. Now back to Swanson. Olivia pushes it up to Borden, open to the far corner. Back to Swanson. And Labonte picked her pocket there, and it'll be a foul on Olivia, I believe. Yep. Olivia picked up her second personal, first on the Highclimbers here in the fourth quarter. Shelton leading 46-30. Grizzlies trying to mount a comeback here.
They are. They were
down 20.
Yeah, now they're down 16. So yeah,
they're trying.
They played a pretty good second half so far.
Broadhead dangerously gets a pass to Kennedy at midcourt. Kennedy dribbles right into a double team, and the double team fades away. And here is Kruger back in the ballgame with Gordon. Gordon's pass is deflected out. It'll be Highclimber ball. Kennedy kind of just gave up on that play, Jerry. I'm not sure why.
Well, Lexi LeBounty really hustled on that, trying to
get it
prevent that turnover.
Yeah. Okay, here's Olivia Swanson. Lobs it over to Simmons, and it's deflected, and Broadhead comes up and it gets it up to Labonte. She'll go to the hoop, and it's blocked by Swanson, but they're going to get Olivia with her third personal. Don't give anything up easily, I think, is the call there. So that will send Lexi Labonte to the free throw line. So her first trip to the free throw line, she does have 14 points.
Leading score?
For
Hoquiam.
Hoquiam, yeah. She got the first one for 15 points. Leah Kennedy has 13 points. It's pretty much the offense for the Grizzlies. So Rosa will get a rest, and here comes Cedar Wiley to replace her. Second free throw goes in.
2 for 2 from the foul line.
Here comes Janelle Christ with the ball for the Highclimbers. Over to Ashley Borden. High post feed to Cedar Wiley. Back over to Borden. Borden drives baseline, puts one up, missed a shot. Rebound goes to Kennedy. And Simmons, they're not giving up, the Highclimbers. They're swiping at that ball every time. Here is Broadhead up to Labonte. Labonte fakes the three with Cedar running at her. And she's got the ball on the far side. She gets in the corner. And a three on the way by Kruger. Missed it. Rebound goes to Christ. Janelle pulls that ball away from the defense, pushes it up to Herman Hildo. Ashley dribbles out, draws a double team, bounces it up. Taken away by Labonte. And Lexi's going to slowly go up the court, and it's going to be blocked but fouled by Janelle Christ. Be 3 personal fouls on Janelle.
Yeah.
Third team foul on Highclimbers.
Yeah, Olivia Swanson and Janelle Christ have 3 fouls each for the Highclimbers.
So Lexi Labonte back to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2. And she has 16 points tonight. She got the first one. She'll get another one. Here comes Swanson to replace Herman Hildo. So the Highclimber lineup is Cedar Wiley, Janelle Christ, Bianca Simmons, Olivia Swanson, and Ashley Borden. Second free throw by Hoquiam's Lexi Labonte goes in.
Yeah, they've cut the lead down a little bit, down to 12 from 20. And that was 4 for 4 for Lexi Labonte from the foul line.
Here's Borden, throws the ball to top of the key, and Janelle Christ. 46-34 is our score. Christ had it poked away. Here is Swanson. Timeout called by her father, Chris Swanson. 5:10 to go, ball game. 46-34. Highclimbers have the lead and the ball. Come back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Well, 46-34 is our score here in the fourth quarter. Highclimbers have the ball coming out of the timeout. They have 17 on the shot clock. Come out with Simmons, Wiley, Kreis, Swanson, and Borden. Score is 46-34, as I mentioned. 5:10 to go in the game. Here's the inbounds to Janelle Kreis. One dribble back to Swanson. Over the far side. Broad hit. I'm sorry, that's Borden. Now Swanson has it. It's like the Grizzlies are in a 3-2 zone. Here's a three by Swanson. It's short. And Wiley with the rebound and a putback. Seated with 18 points for the Highclimbers. Makes it 48-34. 4:45 to go. Here's Broadhead. Cross court it goes to LaBounty. To Kennedy, top of the key. Over it goes to Kruger. Back to Broadhead. Broadhead will shuffle it back to Kruger. Near the top. Stops on the dribble. Hands it off to Broadhead. Over goes to LaBounty. 5 on the shot clock for the Grizzlies. Here is Broadhead. High post feed. Kennedy. Kennedy puts up a foul line jumper that rolls in somehow. Kennedy with 15 points tonight. And it's 48-36. Here's Swanson. Over to Kreis. Up top to Borden. Near side to Swanson. Her pass down low is picked up by Kennedy. Kennedy to Broadhead. Here come the Grizzlies. Up to LaBounty. LaBounty's just, everybody's reaching on everybody here. And here's Kennedy, top of the key for three. Nope, rebound. Kreis had it, lost it to Kennedy. Kennedy drives side of the paint, stopped, cut off by a double team. And tied up and then double dribbled. And here's Kennedy cross court to LaBounty. LaBounty, extra pass to Gordon. Gordon fouled, missed the shot. Sydney Gordon has yet to score, Jerry.
That is correct.
She is 0 for 2 at the free throw line, and she has another chance here.
Well, she's going to try to prove you wrong here.
I believe the one on Janelle Kreis that fouled it. Nope, it went on Bianca Simmons, her second. 4th team foul on the Highclimbers. None on the Grizzlies here. As Gordon gets her first point. Sydney Gordon hit the first free throw. Here's Sunny Cordova back in the ball game. Bianca Simmons will sit down for the Highclimbers. As Hoquiam's Sydney Gordon has her second free throw coming. Off the back of the iron, rebound, Kreis gets it. Janelle always looking up court. Dribbles out of the pack, throws it over to Swanson, open for three on the far side. That one rims off Broadhead with a rebound. Highclimbers are double teaming and trapping, and they're going to get a foul on Ashley Borden, I believe. Borden picked up her second. That's the 5th team foul. So we'll head to the north end of the mini-dome for a couple of free throws. This plays right into Hoquiam's plans here, scoring with the clock off.
Well, they've cut it from 20 to 11.
Yeah, that's true. And this will be Avery Broadhead at the free throw line. Her first trip to the free throw line. She has 3 points tonight. Got the first one. She'll get another one. Well, as I was trying to get the point out, is you score points with the clock off. That does great for your team when you're down. Now it's down to 10. And the second free throw goes in. Makes it 48-39. Here's Janelle Kreis with the ball to Olivia Swanson on the far side. Into the corner to Cordova, standing on the three-point arc, put it up, missed it. Rebound, Wiley came down hard on her left ankle and slow to get up. Oh, she is not doing well. She's hopping out. Oh no, this is not what we want to see. But Cedar's going to walk it off, going to run it off. Maybe she just came down and stung it there. She's going to stay in the ball game. Here's LaBounty getting back to Kennedy in backcourt. To LaBounty, crossing midcourt. Swanson's going to pick her up there. Drives side of the paint, back to Broadhead. Here's a jumper on the baseline that's off by Gordon, and Borden comes up with a rebound. Cedar Wiley. Quickly up to Janelle Kreis. Takes the three in and out. Rebound tapped out, and it looks like Kruger came up with it. Excuse me. Up it goes to LaBounty, deflected out of bounds by Cedar Wiley. It'll be a Hoquiam ball, sideline inbounds, foul line extended, well, in front of her bench.
Looks like Cedar's walking a little bit better, but
yeah, it's
a little bit.
Yeah. Here's Broadhead with a cross-court pass to Kruger and a steal by Janelle Kreis. Janelle goes to the hoop, lays off the glass and in. Janelle with 16 points. And it's 50-39. Here's Broadhead to Kennedy at midcourt, back to Broadhead to Kennedy. They're standing next to each other. And here is Broadhead. Down to the baseline, and Gordon goes around, takes some steps, and the outlet is, the pass out is mishandled and out of bounds.
Yeah, she is definitely limping, though. I could tell when she went to the baseline to try to cut her off. She wasn't quick enough to get there, unfortunately.
Ashley Herman-Hildo checked back in the ballgame for the Highclimbers. She replaced Sunny Cordova. Here is Janelle Kreis to Cedar Wiley, to Herman-Hildo. Ashley's pass out is deflected and taken away by Kennedy. 1:45 to go in the ballgame. 11-point lead for the Highclimbers. Hoquiam with the ball. Here's Kruger with the ball, hands it off to Broadhead. Cross court it goes, and Kreis with a pick there. And she dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. It'll be Hoquiam ball now.
Yeah.
128, 50-39. The Highclimbers have only scored 4 points here in this quarter so far. Whereas the Grizzlies
have scored 12.
Yeah, inbounds in the corner. Labonte turns and shoots for three. That's way off. Kreis with the rebound. Janelle's trying to push it. It's her nature. She'll get it to Herman-Hildo, out to Swanson. Swanson to Borden. Borden will take a three. That one's off. Wiley right there for the rebound and the putback. 20 points for Cedar Wiley. And it's 52-39. 1:05 to go in the ballgame. Here is Kennedy out to Labonte for three. That's short. Rebound goes to Borden. Borden did a good job making sure nobody came around and stole that ball from her. Here's Swanson over to Janelle Kreis. 45 seconds to go. There is Borden for three. That's short. Wiley with a rebound. Well, no. Somehow Kennedy came up with it, and jump ball is called. That stays with the Highclimbers. 35.5 seconds remain in the ball game. 25 on the shot clock. That should be wrong. That should be reset, shouldn't it? I think it should have been reset because that hit the rim. Well, they're not resetting it. So baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers, left of the backboard. Swanson will get it into the far corner, and Kreis up top to Borden, now to Herman-Hildo, over to Swanson. The shot clock is not started now. Now it does.
No, now it did.
Yeah, it did. And here's Swanson with the ball. Highclimbers just going to hold on here. Here's Wiley at the foul line. She'll dribble into the paint. Try to get up a shot and hits the deck. 2 shots coming for Cedar Wiley. 22.7 seconds remain. Went on Kennedy. Aaliyah Kennedy, her first or her second. It's the first team foul on the Grizzlies here with 22.7 seconds remaining. Cedar Wiley with 2 free throws. Missed the first one. She'll get another one. Jaden Smith will step on for Olivia Swanson for the Shelton Highclimbers. Cedar Wiley with another free throw. Got the second one. Give her 21 points, and it's 53-39. Here's Kennedy with the ball in backcourt for Hoquiam. Between the circles. Throws a pass over to Kroger. Kroger down to Gordon. Gordon with a nice hook in the middle. Can't get it to drop in. Rebound goes to Herman Hildo. And all the Highclimbers have to do is hold on to the ball. And here's Janelle Christ. Looks at the clock. And that'll be that. Final score, Shelton 53, Hoquiam 39. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Nicotine in vapes can increase feelings of anxiety and depression. Though quitting isn't always easy, it's a great way to care for your mental health. When you're ready to take control of your well-being, choose the Tomorrow Health app. It's free for Washington teens and proven to work. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
I'm Garrett Baldwin. I coach football here in Shelton. Our levy helps fund the after-school programs and activities that keep kids engaged, confident, and part of a team. When you see that pride on their faces, you know it matters. Supporting our schools supports our kids.
Election Day is February 10th, 2026, paid for by the Citizens for Shelton Schools.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include the Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call, or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
When the time comes for the assistance of real estate professionals, look to the team that has been consistently helping people buy and sell real estate for over 40 years in Mason County. Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, Shelby, and Laura from the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate take great pride in our area and are proud sponsors of our community. If you are interested to know what your property might be worth or want to find just the right spot, scan that QR code and drop us a line. We'd be honored to help.
What's the final here in the Mini Dome? The Shelton Lady Highclimbers beat the Hoquiam Lady Grizzlies at 53-39. The Highclimbers did it behind Cedar Wiley's 21 points. Janelle Christ finished with 16, 7 for Olivia Swanson, 2 for Bianca Simmons, 4 for Ashley Borden, and a free throw for Ashley Herman Hildo. For the Grizzlies, their leading scorer was Lexi Labonte with 18. Leah Kennedy finished with 15 points, 5 for Avery Broadhead, and a free throw for Sydney Gordon. Going to change our format a little bit. We'll take an extra break here in the halftime, or in the post-game, so that we can get all the statistics possible. And the final again is 53-39, Shelton over Hoquiam. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with some final statistics from Jerry Apple and Darrell White. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Back in a moment.
What is gig speed internet? We could bore you with the technical details, or we could tell you that it's marathoning movies on your favorite streaming service with no interruptions, or having the grandkids over and not hearing a single complaint about your Wi-Fi. In other words, it's just what you needed. Switch to gig speed internet from Hood Canal Communications today and get $25 off your first 4 months. Visit hcc.net or call 360-898-2481.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix, but vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse each time you vape. Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded, and the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good, and when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseyouwa.org. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
If you're enjoying this broadcast, please give us a like on your favorite social media. Use the handle @MasonWebTV to find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Blue Sky Social. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything. Also, thank our sponsors who are helping make this broadcast possible. They include Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. Citizens for Shelton Schools is sponsoring tonight's broadcast of Highclimbers basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Athletics are just a small example of what your levy dollars help support. Keep paying it forward. Vote for kids on February 10th.
Well, it's a final here in the Mini Dome. Again, the Shelton Lady Highclimbers knock off the Lady Grizzlies 53-49. Some more statistics from the ballgame before I get to that, though, because of our little food drive support. With $40 from this game, Jerry. I think it's our most that we've garnered from any broadcast so far. But go ahead, Jerry. Some statistics.
Thank you. Okay, starting with the visitors, the Hoquiam Grizzlies. The Hoquiam Grizzlies had 31 turnovers. 13 of those in the second half. So they were a little better in the second half than they were the first half as far as the turnovers. Now, as far as shooting for the Grizzlies, they were 13 for 34 from the field for 38%. They were pretty consistent throughout the game on their shooting. They cooled down a little bit in the second half, but not much. The other thing is the Grizzlies were 8 for 12 from the foul line for 66%. Hoquiam had... you
know what that statistics? I was wrong. It's
yeah, we're going to go back to this. As far as the rebounds, Shelton had 31 rebounds compared to 19 for Hoquiam. Shelton had 14 assists compared to 10 for Hoquiam. This is an interesting one. 21 steals for the Highclimbers compared to 13 for the Grizzlies. Now, Janelle Kreis had 12 steals.
All right.
And the leading rebounder was Cedar Wiley with 11. And the second leading rebounder was Cedar with 7.
Wait a minute, say that again. Cedar Wiley had 11?
Yeah, Cedar Wiley had 11 rebounds, and so she had a double-double, right?
Right. I'm just trying to figure out what to...
okay, and now, so we had the edge in all three categories of rebounding, assist, and steals. And 12 steals, that's amazing. Now, I want to give a shout out to Hoquiam. They came back in that second half and cut that score down from 20 to 11.
Right.
They made a nice comeback. And their foul shooting wasn't too bad. That helped them a little bit. And they were in the bonus at the end of the fourth quarter.
Right.
Now, the other thing is Kennedy, get this. She had 6 rebounds. She out of the 19, she had 6 assists out of the 10, and she had 6 steals out of the 13. I was very impressed with her. But there was another girl also that was doing pretty well scoring-wise, and that was
LaBounty.
Yeah, LaBounty. Yeah. And how many did she have?
She had 18.
18 points. Okay, she had 4 rebounds, and she had 2 assists and 2 steals. So those 2 girls kept Hoquiam in the game a little bit, LaBounty and Kennedy. I was definitely impressed with Kennedy. So I thought Cedar had a good game tonight. You look at her shooting from the field. She was 9 for 14 from the field. That's good. She was 3 for 5 from the foul line. The Highclimbers were 5 for 9 overall from the foul line for 55%. So, yeah, the turnovers were interesting. Yeah, 31 turnovers compared to 23 for Shelton. Shelton picked up a lot of turnovers there in that second half.
Yeah, it looks
they
that
picked up 15 in that second half. So that's something they'll need to work on. And so I think thought Hoquiam did okay tonight.
Yeah. It was a good tune-up, final tune-up for the Highclimbers before they head to Evergreen Conference play next Tuesday. They open it at Black Hills on Tuesday. The Grizzlies have one more non-conference game before they get into their league play, and that is Wednesday at Forks. So a little bit of a road trip for them up the
That's
coast.
A long trip.
Our next broadcast is Monday when the North Mason boys host Fife. Tip-off in Belfair is 7 p.m. The next time we'll be in this building is Tuesday when the Shelton boys open to a Evergreen Conference play against Black Hills on this court. I saw a lot of the boys' team here tonight, by the way. Any other thoughts there, Jerry?
No. The Highclimbers did well at times. Second half, they kind of... the Grizzlies made a good effort.
They made a good effort now. Well, they know how to come back. That's good coaching.
They sure did. And you're right. That was partly due to good coaching.
Okay, well, that will do it for us here in the Mini Dome. My thanks, as always, to Jerry Apple and Daryl White for their help with tonight's broadcast. Final score again, Shelton 53, Hoquiam 39. We'll talk to you Monday from Belfair. You've been watching High School Sports on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The preceding presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. The Port of Shelton, promoting possibilities and providing economic benefit to our community. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.